So I just want to show everyone, this is the tour of my property. We've got carob here, and we are just out of the grow zone, so I don't know if these are going to actually produce any carob beans. But it is a fairly tall tree. We've got pods going about 25-30 feet up. So we do have carob. Whether or not it's going to produce, I don't know yet. I don't know anything about carob, but I know that cacao and cocoa beans definitely don't grow in this area. So now, we're gonna go down our crazy driveway. I don't know how do I do this? I guess I'll just, or maybe, sorry, I don't know what to do here. Okay, I have a crazy driveway. Like, it's scary for minivans. Really need like a four-wheeler. Now here's the rough part. Really not minivan friendly, no, but we do all right. We do all right. Now I don't drive all the way. I walk most of this because I need the exercise. But also it's not good for my van. So unless I'm unloading a lot of stuff, I don't drive. So we're gonna go for a walk now. Ready for your walk? Excuse me, I haven't had any tick issues since the first time I came out. I learned my lesson. So this is my road here. And I'm gonna grab some cedar berries on the way if I can find any. Here's some. These are really good medicine. These berries. And I want to try some different recipes. I want to use them as a spice. And I also want to soak them in water with just a little bit of maple syrup and see what happens. But for now, I've got a few. I go experiment with those. I like to eat a few every day because they're good for all kinds of stuff. Sometimes if I'm not in the mood they're a little bit barky and bitter tasting. It's kind of like barky, bitter mint. I will simply swallow them whole like a Chinese tea pill, you know. And they seem to be they're just so loaded with vitamin C. It's the cure for, I'm wanting to say rickets or scurvy. Scurvy, I think that was it. And it's interesting, the symptoms are very similar to schizophrenia, and people are trying to treat their schizophrenia with vitamin C from orange juice. And I don't know, there's something about this. When you go raw vegan, or when you're mostly vegan, you'll start wanting to eat plants without even knowing what they are, which I don't recommend, but typically I look up what the plant is and I find out it's treating something that I actually need. So medicine is more like, I try not to think of it as medicating a disease, but there are certain things we need in our diet that we're not getting because we don't live in a natural setting. And we're not reliant upon the grass and the trees that grow. These are things we ignore. And the results that come from that appear to be disease. But it's not disease, it's just starvation. Okay, so we just walked down all that way. This is my cabin. But before we go in there, I'm gonna show off my amazing creek. Let's put my cedar berries down. So the previous tenant left a little bit of like campfire mess, but he also left me some chairs and a big blue barrel and stuff like that. That's pretty useful, and a couple of fire pits. So this is my creek back here, and I'm gonna come way back in here to show you guys where I want to put my bridge, because there's kind of a natural path through here. So I want to put a bridge right over this part of the creek because it comes down and there's about a 15-foot waterfall over here. And I'm holding my entire laptop. I can't find my other webcam, so I hope you guys are able to see this. That's my waterfall. It's gorgeous. After a rain, it has a really heavy, like white water rapids. But this is what it typically looks like. And there are a couple different ways around here, but just so I don't fall down, I'll show you guys the creek, behind me, and then we will go back up to the cabin this way because it's the easiest. Oh, butterfly. Woo! Wherever. I don't know if I caught him in time. So let's go see my flop house. You can see how I live. And what gets me, I'm so worried about having the right shoes on, but the dirt and the ground out here is so soft. I'm coming out here barefoot more and more lately. Okay. So, that behind me is a mess. I desperately need storage units, I need things, but we got a ways to go. So this is my shower curtain. I got it, I had it at the old place, and I got it at a thrift store for $2.50. These little shiny chrome things I got for $5 at Walmart. This is my sign that I made, and I made it out of a piece of fallen privacy fence at my old apartment. This is my oven for winter, and I also have an $18 butane stove. You just lock this down, turn it on, and light your burner. I boil creek water in here so I can take a bath. And this is my tub. Now, I did this because I'm gonna have this forever, you know. I'm gonna have this place for the rest of my life. There's time to get a $400 shower unit or whatever, but a kiddie pool works, and you can even take PVC glue and make like a little rubber sleeve that fits down into a hole in the floor so that in wintertime you can stay warm while you're getting clean. And of course, I've also got the pump bottle for pesticide, which I rinse myself, and eventually I'll be using it with my kitchen. This is my kitchen countertop. It's temporary, it's not the fanciest thing. And I covered the screws with a little bit of wood putty. My sink fits into there, and what I'm using for a sink is that little salad bowl down there. It's a really good sized bowl. And I'm doing like this Saudi Arabian seating kind of thing with some bench cushions from Academy. They were 18 bucks each. And a lot of the reason I'm choosing these types of things like the kiddie pool, the bench seating, and we've got more bench seating here, is for storage and for space. This is an incredible, scenic, beautiful cabin. My bed is right here by the window. I don't want a shower over here, a bookshelf over here, a big desk over here. Even my kitchen counter is probably going to have hinges so it can close up on the wall, and then you'll just have this $11 salad bowl kind of sticking out like a big bump. Or I'll just remove it completely, you know, set it up on a shelf that's away from my head height. But I mean, how great to be able to take a shower and then just pick it up, prop it up, hang it outside, get rid of it, get it out of the way, free up the floor space. This is an air mattress. I can deflate it and store it. I can lean it up against the wall. It doesn't take up my whole life, you know. One of the best things I did was I invested in a little pad, 16 bucks. The air mattress was 15 bucks in the camping section. And when I get on there, it doesn't really feel like an air mattress because that pad underneath just, I mean, it does a lot for me. It really does. So, that's my makeup section. I have some storage boxes there. I've got arts and crafts like thread, needles, sewing things, and then the other one I've got like a jigsaw and a drill. And I've got a whole chest of drawers in the van that stays in there for traveling, and that's where all my clothes are right now. And I've also got all my kitchen items in there. So I just got back from the hardware store, and they cut 36-inch 2x4s. Perfect and even for me and level, so I can just attach them temporarily to that till I decide what I want to do. This was 8 bucks. I put my shoes in here. It frees up a lot of space. Eventually, under the kitchen counter, I'm going to have plastic drawers, so some of this stuff, like, you know, toilet paper, things like that, can be stored out of the way, and the shelf can be freed up for something that looks better. Honestly, I'm probably going to take that down and put some other type of unit there, or some hooks to hang things on, or I don't know, something. Now, this paneling. Let's talk about the paneling. Yeah, that side is probably going to stay, but there's places that need, like over here we have insulation exposed. There are a lot of animals living in the wall. Things like that. So every time I have a little money, I'm going to buy a nice foot-wide board and just work my way up and around, and eventually I'll have really nice wood walls. So, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to show you guys. I just don't know. Oh yes, the floor. The floor here, there's a big old rug that pretty much almost covers the entire cabin except for Gil's little food bowls and stuff. Oh, and this is my, some of my kitchen stuff has been unpacked, but back to the blankets on the floor. I found these huge king-size blankets in the dumpster. And they'd been used, but whoever had them took really good care of them and put them back in their zipper packages that they came in. So they were free. The blanket on the bed was free. The blankets on the floor, I've got 2 blankets, those are free. And it's nice because when I want to go barefoot, I don't have to go, oh my gosh, what kind of bugs are living in this floor? I don't know what. I kick my shoes off, I can walk around, I shake those out, I take them, I wash them at the laundromat down the road, whatever, you know. So I'm happy, you know. Sorry, this picture is not gonna be like this forever. When I'm unpacking, like, look down here, we have decorations. I mean, things are just kind of everywhere right now. These were $5 at the dollar store, and they are solar powered. So since I don't have electric out here, at night I get, when the sun goes down, I get a couple hours of a little extra light, you know, and you can switch it so you either get like an amber light or like a cold blue electric light, and they're both very nice. I prefer the blue, it's relaxing. So I don't know, I guess I don't have much more to say, but this view is incredible. Just incredible. This opens up. As you guys saw in my hummingbird video, I had this open and I was sitting out here hand feeding my little hummingbird. So, that TV, okay, that was here when I got here. I don't know what to do with it. I don't want to set it out in the rain. I don't know if it works. I don't want it. I don't want to ruin it, and it's so heavy, I just don't even want to. I don't know. Like, I need someone to come get that for me. Okay, and the other thing. Where is it? I've got a maple tree. Actually, I have a lot of maple trees, but there's one in particular that has been marked. It has been harvested before. So, it's my understanding you harvest maple in the wintertime on the side that is facing the rising sun, so the eastern side of the tree. So what I want to do is get that sap. Now you have to boil it down to get a thick consistency like what you would buy at the store. So technically, maple syrup is not raw. It's vegan, but it's not raw. Okay? Well, I want to take the watered down sap and soak cedar leaves and berries in there and just let it sit overnight and see how it tastes in the morning. You know, I might have a new kind of breakfast. Anyway, I'm always looking for ways to be a vegan out here. I've lost 40 pounds with prayer and the 12-step program for food addicts, and that opened me back up. I kind of thought prayer was a superstition. It was something I did as a child, and I gave up on it, you know, but the 12-step program brought me back into that. I'm fortunate I don't have drug addictions. I don't have anything like that, but food became an issue, and all addiction is the same, believe it or not, whether it's meth or beer or food. Somewhere along the line, you became afraid of people, you isolated, and you had to find something to do with yourself to get some type of stimulus, and it just got out of control. And there really isn't anything that can help you but God. I mean, maybe some of you, I don't know, but I just have this gorgeous view. I really like it here. So that's my tour. Stay tuned. Hopefully next time you'll be seeing me set up a kitchen. I was gonna not do the kitchen till I did the paneling on the wall wherever it's going, but you know what? I'm gonna do something temporarily just so I don't go crazy. But normally what I do is I sit down here and um, I just eat my fruit like a little monkey. These I'm gonna find my easy pull food processor and make a nice chocolate pudding with my avocado, my organic maple syrup, and my cocoa powder. That's what I'm going to do. I also noticed that Heinz ketchup has HEK 293 in it. It's one of the products that uses HEK 293, so I don't buy it anymore, but I did find this organic ketchup, and if you look at the ingredients, there's nothing but natural stuff in here, and there's nothing vague. That is to say, it doesn't say something like, at the very end of the list, natural flavors, and I'm like, aborted babies are natural. I mean, I know that's traumatizing to hear. I'm working on not saying, just throwing traumatizing new information out there. I'm used to it, so I blurt things out, not realizing it is the first time somebody's heard this, you know. Feces, you know, that's a natural flavor. I mean, so I'm just like, I don't know what natural flavor means, so I stick to things. This says organic tomato concentrate, organic sugar, which I'm not supposed to be eating, organic vinegar, salt, which is not good for you, less than 2% of organic onion powder, and organic spices. Sounds good to me. You know, eventually, this is kind of my relapse. This stops me from going somewhere horrible and getting like a fried fish basket and Heinz ketchup because that's what's on the table. This, you know, I take a potato, I peel it up, I throw it in a light amount of oil, okay? And I cook it and I have my healthy ketchup. And that's the whole meal for the day. I don't get a burger with it because it's the French fries I'm craving, you know? And I still lose my weight eating that way. Now, it's not protocol for Food Addicts Anonymous. It's not, you can look it up. Look up FAA food list. And you'll see exactly what you're supposed to eat, what time of day. It's a lot of food, okay? I've simply gone raw vegan because my addiction is pretty much gone, so I can have that kind of discipline, and I really enjoy it. Like this is breakfast. This is a nectarine. I had no idea. I went for years without a nectarine. Can you believe that? I just wasn't, and it's so good. And really, you know, 30, 60, I'm past 90 days now, I think, on the raw vegan. This is my go-to. I don't go buy a candy bar. I don't, you know, the only thing I still have issues with is French fries. But if I make them myself, if I'm really good, I still lose weight, so. Without any further rambling. And this is Gil. You want to say hi to everybody, Gil? Come here. This is our new YouTube show, so you have to say hi. Gil is a 12-year-old Scorpio. He's single. He likes long walks on the creek and enjoys wine tasting. He actually does, so we don't have any wine around.